Hello everybody, welcome back to the final set of time trials. Going through Future Funland and starting off with Space Dust Alley. As I've said, this one's really easy because all of the plane time trials are really easy. I didn't even get the boost off the start. TT doesn't hit either of those first two zippers. I don't see because I don't see his ghost again, but I don't think he takes the shortcut in this area either, which just makes this time trial completely trivial if you are taking it. You can make loads of mistakes and not even have to worry about the time. So yeah, crash into that wall there, and he still couldn't overtake us, even after a giant crash like that. All of TT's times for Future Funland are over 2 minutes. So it's a general rule for the entire world. So long as your lap times are staying around the 40-second mark, you should be able to be pretty relaxed about everything in this world. The only problem you might have is that that first turn after the shortcut tunnel.
Well done. Now try another track.
Because that can be a little tricky if you forget which way to turn. The next track in the world is Dark Moon Caverns, but
Star City.
if you've watched the bonus video I uploaded, then you'll know why we're dealing with Star City first.
Now try and beat my time.
I changed over to Timber to try and get an advantage in Dark Moon Caverns, and that happened, so. Switching back to what we know.
Star City.
That, falling off that bridge is absolutely destructive to your time here, because this isn't really much of a sprint. But it's a track that does seem a lot shorter than it actually is, because it has these three very distinct sections which all feel a lot shorter than they actually are. As a result, your lap times will feel a lot less than 40 seconds, even when it's just less than a second. Again, for a car-based time trial, this one really is very easy, because provided you don't fall off that bridge, TT misses a lot of zippers, especially in the actual city part here. So provided you're hitting everything you need, I mean, you can miss that one on every track and not even worry about the fact that giant hill is going to slow you down a lot. As you can see, it's possible to put in just ridiculously good lap times, even missing zippers. And you only have to look at the minimap to see how far TT's behind to get some idea of how simple this time trial is. Being a lightweight helps a lot, because the extra turning, especially if you're not used to using the heavyweights, the extra turning makes this a lot easier.
Well done. Now try another track.
Records everywhere. And move on to
Spaceport Alpha.
another very easy track.
Now try and beat my time.
Like I said, pretty much everything in this world is very easy. The only place you might have trouble in Spaceport Alpha is that vertical turn there. I mentioned it in the regular video, and you can miss it once and you're fine because it's a plane track, but if you're missing it on multiple laps, you are going to start to have some problems. The same goes for that trench. In that trench, stay low, don't get greedy, don't go for more than one zipper, because when you're moving across, as you would have seen in the regular video, when you're moving across, you can lose sight of where the lasers are firing, where the obstacles in the trench are. So you'll either end up running into an obstacle and killing all your speed, getting shot by a laser and doing the same thing, or even doing both, which is even worse. So if you just go for the lower zipper in there, you're not gonna lose so much time that TT's gonna overtake you, because it's a plane track, and the computer is abysmal at plane tracks. I'm not sure if this track is playable in the car. It seems like it should be, because there's not really, other than maybe that vertical turn there, there's nowhere here that the car can't go. Although at the same time, there is that updraft, which I think might push cars up.
Well done. Now try another track.
Yeah. No records, but TT well and truly beaten. Now to Dark Moon Caverns.
Try and beat my time.
I uploaded a video of everything that I've cut out of this video, and that video is 20 minutes long. So just bear that in mind, that this was probably my 20th or 25th attempt at time trialing this track at this point. I'd moved to using drumstick because I just figured I needed that extra speed. The turning was becoming not a problem because I was becoming so familiar with this track from constant attempts. And I just felt the only thing I was really missing was top speed on the straights. That tunnel there is probably the hardest thing to get right, because if you don't approach that at exactly the right angle, there's a bit in the ceiling that you can't see it, but you will slam into it if you come off that zipper too fast and at the wrong angle. So a lot of my failed attempts were only going for a purple zipper off that boost, thinking I couldn't get through it with the green, and losing way too much speed. Because TT is absolutely merciless on this track. 42 seconds, around 42, 43 seconds are what you want your lap time to be hitting. It's possible to get it with just under 44 seconds, but at that point you're just cutting it way too fine. You're leaving way too much margin for error. So just try and get your lap times around the 43-second mark, and you'll be golden. TT is actually slower than you on those loops. Doesn't matter what character you're using, TT is always slower on those loops. So if you're slightly behind him on those loops, or if you hit them at the same time, you can relax, generally knowing you're going to come out of it first. But that is all of the time trials done, which means TT is now pickable, and we will have him for the next video. Bye bye.